everyone, my name is Emilia Hermosa and today I'll be talking about Turkey's emergence as a republic and its relationship with the Arab world. So for instance, we should understand that Turkey's consolidation as a republic happened during a very harsh time. It was after World War II that the League of Nations had to decide who was going to be in charge of what was before the Ottoman Empire or one of the losing countries from this war. And so this is when the national movement emerges. They wanted to protect Turkey and protect the people. They wanted to form an independent republic, and its leader was Mustafa Kemal Atatürk. This movement was consolidated from very powerful and influential people such as the military, the bureaucracy, or the bourgeois. What they wanted was to eliminate the Sultanate. The Sultanate was the regime that had been the custom for many years during the Ottoman Empire. This custom was the consolidation of a monarchy that consisted of that by constitution limited the power of the monarch. That was the constitutional monarchy. All right. So what the national movement wanted was to isolate the Sultan from the power because they thought it was a mistake to mix power and government and religion. And so Mustafa Kemal had to fight many of the previous regimes and previous customs, but he was able to do this, and the National Pact was able to pass in 1920 through where it approved secularism, and it was in 1922 when they were able to eliminate the Sultanate completely. Anyhow, they had this big fight. It was not easy to consolidate the republic since they had the War of Independence. The War of Independence happened when Greece occupied Turkey, and it had the support of countries as big and as important as the United States, as France, Britain, and Italy. Anyhow, Mustafa Kemal was able to do this successfully, and he achieved victory. And so from then on, things started to look much better for Turkey. When they will, with the Treaty of Lausanne, they were able to sign it, and this ceased war. Also, this recognized Turkey as a republic in the international arena, as well that is, it brought equity between Muslims and non-believers. All right. Kemalism was the regime of government instituted after Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, and so this regime brought many changes in the culture, such as clothing, the alphabet, and the education. For example, it was more scientific, and there were many scientifically based, and there were many historical changes and rewrites after this because they wanted to achieve a European model of teaching. Okay, and so this regime brought it was very influential, and it called for peace within and outside borders. All right. So some of its principles were the 6 arrows of Kemalism, which was republicanism, nationalism, populism, reformism, statism, and secularism. From which the most important was secularism. They wanted to separate the government from the religion very harshly. Also, they wanted to do this as a national matter for supervision, and they wanted to make many cultural reforms. The perception of Turkey after this was very different internationally. They brought very close relations with the United States, especially after the U.S. is able to recognize the PKK as a terrorist group, and they say that they will work with Turkey for its eradication. Concerning the European Union, Turkey wants to be part of the Union since ancient times. Anyhow, this hasn't happened until today. And regarding the NATO and the Senado, Turkey became a very powerful country. Because of its relations with the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, as well as with the Central Treaty Organization of the Middle East, and what it wanted was to separate communism from oil producing countries in the Middle East. Alright, so to finish, we should understand that its relations with the Arab world, due to its geographical position and due to its political matters, Turkey has become a peace facilitator, a peace builder, and this is what it has wanted between the West and the East. Thank you. I hope that you enjoyed the presentation and learned more about Turkey.